KOF is a series known not only for its fast-paced and exciting gameplay, but also for its rich lore and deep, engaging characters. The endings of various teams throughout the series serve as a key way to expand this lore, adding depth to the story and creating unforgettable moments that still resonate with fans today. In this video, we're counting down the 10 most memorable endings in KOF history. And trust me, this was not an easy list to make. With so many incredible endings, tough cuts had to be made. Keep in mind, this is a highly subjective list. Also, not all of these endings are canonical or tied to the main plot, but every single one of them is memorable and impactful. So, without further ado, let's dive into the most memorable endings in the KOF series. Starting this list with the climax of the Nest Saga, we have the ending of K-Dash's team, a perfect conclusion not just for his arc, but also for key figures like Whip and Kula. After the destruction of the Nest base in space, K-Dash and Kula make a spectacular escape, only to plunge into the ocean below. In a defining moment, K-Dash saves Kula from drowning, making the end of their rivalry. From that point on, the two former enemies make peace, growing into trusted allies, almost like family. It's such a satisfying resolution to K-Dash's journey that it feels like the series hasn't quite known what to do with him ever since. Even though this ending isn't tied to the main story of the game, it still stands out as one of the best. The Secret Agents team has always been my favorite in KOF 15, and their ending is a big reason why they shine in this installment. Staying true to the spy thriller theme, the story takes a dramatic turn when Lu Wong betrays her teammates Vanessa and Blue Mary, revealing that she only joined them to steal Dolores' jewel. She then leaps off a bridge to reunite with Hein, who seemingly orchestrated the haste. However, in classic spy movie fashion, Vanessa and Mary had already foreseen her betrayal and swapped the jewel with a fake. With its slick execution and engaging twist, this ending perfectly captures the essence of a well-done side story. KOF 99 marked the debut of a new member of the Ikari Warriors team, Whip. Her team's ending in the game does an excellent job of showcasing just how layered her character truly is. Far from being just a whip-wielding fighter, her story is deeply intertwined with the Nest Saga. The scene focuses on a tense exchange between her and the game's main antagonist, Chrysalid, who lies on the brink of death. Cold and ruthless, she hurls insults at him, mocking his belief that she was his sister. However, this hardened exterior begins to crack when she reunites with her squad. In a poignant moment, she is shown quietly shedding tears, moved by Chrysalid's death. Despite knowing he was merely a clone of her real brother, the emotions she once felt for him clearly linger. That simple yet powerful image of her crying adds incredible depth to Whip's character, making her one of the most complex figures in the saga. What makes this ending so great is its multiple layers of depth. The Yagami team's conclusion in KOF 14 begins with a conversation between Iori and his eerie companions, Vice and Mature. Sensing Orochi's return after Verse's destruction, Iori is determined to take him down alone, only to be unexpectedly confronted by the two. However, instead of stopping him, as they usually would, Vice and Mature simply let him go. This shocking twist raises many questions about their true motives and allegiance. Upon reaching Orochi, Iori discovers that Kyo and Chizuru are already there, setting the stage for an unexpected alliance. Putting their legendary rivalry aside, Iori and Kyo, with Chizuru's support, take advantage of Orochi's weakened state and put an end to him. The layers in this ending are what makes it so impactful. Vice and Mature's puzzling behavior, the rare moment of maturity between Iori and Kyo as they unite against their true enemy, and the long-awaited return of Chizuru after years of absence. These elements come together to create one of the most unforgettable endings in the series. You might be surprised to see this ending ranked so high, but hear me out. The Kim team's ending in KOF 13 is entirely light-hearted and had nothing to do with the main story, yet it stands out for how brilliantly it portrays Kim's character. The scene follows the new teammates, Raiden and Wajai, as they bid him farewell, assuring him that they've reformed and abandoned their wicked ways. However, the real twist is that they had already turned over a new leaf long before joining him. Their real reason for teaming up with Kim? To ride the wave of his fame and boost their own careers. Completely unaware of their true intentions, Kim is convinced his rehabilitation program was a success. But it doesn't stop there. Feeling inspired by their supposed transformation, he decides to return to his original teammates Chang and Choi and push them harder than ever. This ending is far from serious, yet it brilliantly highlights two key aspects of Kim's character: his almost naive gullibility and his relentless, borderline terrifying dedication to reforming criminals. It's a fun, unexpected take on a fan-favorite character, adding depth while giving players a fresh perspective on the ever-righteous Taekwondo master. Here we have yet another team ending that isn't connected to the main story, as it remains one of the most iconic moments in the KOF series. The Art of Fighting team's ending in KOF 2000 showcases a side of Takuma that often gets overshadowed. Usually portrayed as a comic relief character, this time it takes center stage in a truly legendary moment. As the second shot of the Zero Cannon is fired towards Southtown, Ryo, Robert, King and Takuma are seen rushing to escape the impending blast, but just as they are fleeing, King stumbles and falls, putting her directly in harm's way. In a split second, Takuma steps in and unleashes his most devastating Hao Shokuken, deflecting the Zero Cannon deadly shot and saving King from certain doom. The ending then shifts to a more humorous note as Takuma, ever the over-the-top father, boldly declared that he'd do anything to protect his grandson, strongly implying a relationship between King and his son Ryo. With this perfect mix of heroism, power and comedy, this ending is both unforgettable and a defining moment for Takuma, proving he's much more than just an Asian dojo master. The Sacred Treasures team ending in KOF 2003 was the perfect moment to reveal Ash Crimson's true colors. It completely shattered any expectations of him being a traditional hero, instead presenting him as an anti-hero or perhaps even a full-blown villain. Unlike past protagonists who embodied righteousness, Ash was cunning, unpredictable, and willing to betray those around him for his own mysterious goals. After defeating Mukai, Kyo, Iori and Chizuru turned their attention to the Orochi seal, ensuring it remained intact. That's when Ash made his move. Taking advantage of Shizuru's weakened state, he ambushed her from behind and used his mysterious abilities to steal her sacred treasure. Before Kyo and Iori could react, Ash taunted them, making it clear they would be his next targets. Then, using Shizuru's own power, he vanished, leaving them in shock. This ending made many players instantly despise Ash, yet it also sparked curiosity about what would come next. A bold, game-changing moment like this is exactly what makes an ending unforgettable. I'm bending the rules a little with this entry, since it actually includes two endings, but they're so closely connected that it makes sense to discuss them together. The new Sacred Treasures team ending in KOF 11, which replaces Shizuru with Shingo, delivers one of the most intense moments in the series, immediately followed by Elizabeth's team ending, which raises the stakes even further. In this dramatic sequence, Iori succumbs to the Riot of the Blood and goes on a rampage, brutally attacking both Kyo and Shingo. Just as he's about to finish Kyo off, Ash intervenes, striking Iori from behind and stealing his sacred treasure, just as he had done to Shizuru in the previous game. This shocking betrayal leads directly into Elizabeth's ending, where she, alongside Benimaru and Dulon, finally catches up with Ash to stop him. However, she realizes they are already too late. He now possesses Iori's signature purple flames. Before they can react, Ash once again uses the Yata mirror powers to teleport away, leaving them stunned. The impact of this ending was massive. Iori lost his flames and had to reinvent his fighting style. Shingo, having suffered severe injuries, was absent from the series for years. And as for Ash, he became even more hated than before. Of course, fate had a different path in store for him, and he would later redeem himself, but at this point, he was the villain fans wanted to see pay for his actions. This is without a doubt the most shocking ending in KOF history. The Yagami team ending in KOF 96 delivers a plot twist so unexpected that it completely changed the series' trajectory. After Iori, Vice and Mature defeat Guinness, it becomes clear that the two women who had originally been working for Guinness ultimately betrayed him. However, before his demise, the Heavenly King had one final devastating trick up his sleeve. In a moment that caught players completely off guard, he triggered the Riot of the Blood in Iori, something that had never been seen before. Without warning, Iori went berserk and brutally attacked Vice and Mature, ending their lives on the spot. This twist had lasting repercussions. While the two women somehow returned later as ghostly entities, their deaths remain a defining moment in the series' lore. Even today, this ending stands as one of the most unforgettable and game-changing moments in KOF. Before unveiling the number one spot, here's some honorable mentions. The Japan team ending in KOF 97 is simply too unique to overlook. Unlike most endings, this one throws an unexpected twist, an extra fight even after the final boss is defeated. After bidding farewell to his teammates, Kyo finds himself in one last personal showdown with his eternal rival Iori. But instead of playing out as a cutscene, this clash happens as a full-fledged one-on-one battle. This was an unprecedented moment in the series, and to this day, KOF has never replicated this kind of post-boss fight encounter. The ending not only reinforced their iconic feud, but also cemented KOF 97 as a game full of surprises. And speaking of 97, no ending in the King of Fighters series is more deserving of the title most memorable than the Sacred Treasures team ending in KOF 97. What makes this one so special is that the team itself is a secret. It's not part of the official roster, making its ending all the more unexpected and impactful. Kyo, Iori and Shizuru unite to put an end to the Orochi clan schemes, just as their ancestors had done for generations. But Orochi, refusing to accept defeat, plays his final trump card. He triggers the Riot of the Blood in Iori, hoping to turn them against each other. What Orochi didn't anticipate, however, was Iori not only resisting the curse, but using it against him. In a shocking twist, Iori immobilizes Orochi, giving Kyo the opening to unleash his most devastating attack. The scene ends in a blinding explosion, leaving the fate of our heroes unknown. For years, players were left wondering whether they had survived, as KOF 98 was a non-canon rematch installment. This uncertainty, combined with the perfect execution, the pacing, the build-up, the music, makes this the most iconic and most memorable ending in KOF history. So, which ending is your favorite? Or do you skip the story mode entirely and focus on competitive play only? Either way, let us know in the comments. Special thanks to my patrons for their support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and why not consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.